So Darwin said that every species is born with a natural set of instincts, fight or flight. If God wanted us to be brave, why did he give us legs? By Kipling. Now, I disagree with this statement. It doesn't make sense, first of all. God didn't attribute us with any one specific attribute of bravery or giving us legs. You can argue, Darwin could say, evolution. I'll be using examples of defining what bravery really is, different wars, World War II, the Vietnam War, as well as a Shakespeare play we've all read, I'm pretty sure, in high school, Romeo and Juliet. First off, bravery. Now, you could say bravery is not something of standing there and fighting or running away as being weakness or cowardice. You could say bravery is knowing when to stand and fight and when to leave and come back to fight another day. Bravery is something to knowing when you stand up for yourself or standing up for other people, other races, religions, what you believe in, and what others believe in. You could say cowardice is running away, not facing the situation, not facing the problem. We move along to World War II and the Korean War. The Vietnam War. The Vietnamese knew they were faced by the U.S., an unstoppable force. The U.S. had money, weapons, just sheer power that the Vietnamese couldn't stand up to. However, they knew by using guerrilla warfare in order to stand up and beat the Americans eventually, because they were going to come back and fight. Americans would have said, well, they're running away, they're afraid of us. Well, yeah, they were afraid of you. However, they're brave because they knew when to run away and when to come back and fight again for another day, which eventually led to them winning. For World War II, you can see it on D-Day. Our soldiers attacked the beaches in Normandy, attacked France in order to reclaim our land. They might have been scared, however, they knew we had to win that day and had unstoppable guts because that's what they stood up for against the Axis. And finally, Romeo and Juliet. Romeo loved Juliet, however, their family had a feud for whatever their reasons were, and they didn't know why. Now, they would see each other on the streets, and yes, because it was a blood feud, they were out to kill each other, whatever the cost. However, they knew that by fighting each other continuously, you don't want to die. So if the numbers outweighed the numbers you had, maybe it was smarter to run away and come back another day. And so, in conclusion, I would say I completely disagree. If God wanted us to be brave, why did he give us legs like Kidman? Because bravery is not defined whether you stand up and fight or run away. Rather, the decision of why you're standing up and fighting or why you're running away.
That was alright. Could use a little more structure. Let's not get crazy.
Okay, the opening's okay. I think you're probably taking the quote a little bit more seriously than is necessary, but that's all right. That's your prerogative. You've got a good preview, and during the speech it stays pretty well organized because you stick to that, and I think that helps quite a bit. Some of the examples are a little underdeveloped, but you have an idea for each of the points that you're talking about, and the nice part is because you've got a structure there, you never really seem to be floundering for the next thing that you're going to be talking about. You project your voice pretty effectively. It sounds very smooth when you're speaking. That part's good. Your gestures are a little bit limited. I think your facial facial expressions could be a little more animated. There's nothing problematic with them, but they could be a bit more engaging. I thought your eye contact was very solid with the audience, but you do have a tendency, you kind of are pointing up with your chin the whole time. You know, you are looking at us, but it's almost like you're looking down because your eyes have to point down while you're looking at us with your head up. It's great to have your head up, you know, but sometimes you want it to be a little bit more face on, and it might come across as a little condescending. I don't think that that's the intention that you had, and I didn't think that was a problem. I just want you, when you look at it, see if you can tell what I'm talking about, and see if you notice that that happens a bit. The summary was fine, and I didn't see any obvious signs of anxiety, so that was all good. All right, thank you very much. Don't forget to bring a Scantron for the quiz. We'll start with speeches on Thursday. We'll stop at, I guess, whatever it is, 11:15, so we have at least a half hour for the quiz.
I think it takes